Low sodium, low potassium recipes for the holidays. The holidays can be a stressful time for you and your loved ones if they are suffering from chronic kidney disease. Food and eating takes on a whole new meaning when a CKD diet is in play. This can be a little depressing as most people associate one of the joys of the holidays with feasting on holiday staples. While it is true that you can no longer eat whatever you want, whenever you want, that doesn't mean you have to miss out on all of your favorites. In fact, there are many kidney diet recipes catered to the holidays that will make your heart just as happy. Just remember to avoid using the salt shaker, and you should have less issues with water retention while enjoying the holidays. Let's talk about CKD diet recipes to replace or substitute popular holiday favorites that everyone will enjoy and won't have you worrying about things like phosphorus, sodium, and potassium while enjoying family get togethers. You might be wondering about who I am and why I'm qualified to talk about this. If you're someone living with chronic kidney disease, I've got great news for you. Hello, I'm Mathea Ford, a registered dietitian nutritionist specializing in chronic kidney disease and owner of renaldiethq.com. I specialize in helping people just like you to improve their health by making simple yet delicious changes to your meals. Together, we can transform your eating habits, boost your overall well being, and ensure that you're enjoying every bite along the way. Say goodbye to bland and boring meals and say hello to a healthier and more vibrant life. Let's get started on this incredible journey to better health together. Visit renaldiethq.com today and take the first step towards a healthier lifestyle. First, let's talk about some low sodium substitutions for your holidays. For CKD patients following a renal diet, opting for low sodium substitutions during the holidays is very important. High sodium intake can worsen fluid retention and elevate blood pressure, straining already compromised kidneys. Choosing lower sodium alternatives helps maintain electrolyte balance, blood pressure, and overall kidney function. By avoiding excessive sodium laden holiday foods, CKD patients can minimize the risk of fluid buildup, hypertension, and further kidney damage, ensuring a healthier and more enjoyable festive season while prioritizing their renal health. Let's go through and talk about some of the holiday staples and how you can still enjoy your holiday meals while keeping your sodium low. While many of us love to eat ham, it is a meat with a high sodium content. This means it should not be your first choice during the holidays if you're on a CKD diet. But there are many kidney friendly alternatives to ham, such as turkey or chicken. But if you absolutely want a meal with ham, then try using a smaller amount of ham, like in a soup, the low sodium soup. It has a decreased milligrams of sodium from classic ham, yet it still does have a higher sodium content than other CKD meat recipes. So enjoy it moderation. A brined turkey. A turkey is a kidney friendly meat for those on a CKD diet and has many recipe options and varieties. But a brined turkey is very high in sodium, so it will not be as renal friendly as a roasted turkey. Making a roast turkey breast would be a great substitution, but remember to limit your portions of protein to your required amounts depending on your stage of CKD. Stuffings. During the holidays, stuffing is a staple side dish. However, typical stuffing recipes are high in sodium and carbs, which is a no go for anyone with kidney disease. Try a variation with more vegetables and less sodium that you might make from scratch by toasting your own bread and mixing it up. That way, your kidney concerned guests can enjoy this dish without worrying about the effects on their health or their sodium levels. Green bean casserole is another popular holiday side, and luckily, green beans are already a kidney friendly vegetable. That means you won't have to deviate much from your usual classics, and you just need to avoid the high sodium cream of mushroom soup mix and eat them without any additions and fresh or frozen if you can. Gravy. Gravy is a necessity during the holidays and pairs deliciously with roast turkey. There are a few dangers with pre-made or store-bought mixes though, as they are notoriously high in sodium content. Gravy consistency can be achieved without resorting to high salt broth. Use cornstarch or flour as a thickener of some broth that you might have. And for flavor enhancements, opt for fresh herbs like rosemary and thyme or spice blends that are sodium free. Something that we always have out at our house is crackers, chips, and dip just to snack on. An appetizer with many flavors and variations is the chip and dip kind of sitting around. So while there are lots of issues with high sodium and phosphorus content from store-bought dips and chip, you can still tailor this appetizer for those searching for kidney-friendly options. You'll be surprised at how many delicious salt-free dip options are available for your holiday spread. The variety of dips is immense, ranging from creamy guacamole to tangy hummus. You could check on our website for some dip recipes. I know I've made a few in my life. Flavor enhancement is key in these recipes, with fresh herbs and spices stepping in where salt can't. Your spice usage can vary according to taste. Think bold cumin or very subtle thyme. Those things can add to the flavor. Rolls, cornbread, or biscuits. Cornbread is a beloved and traditional component of Southern holiday meals. However, it's important to note that some cornbread recipes can be high in calcium and potassium, which may pose challenges for people with CKD. In order to make informed dietary choices, it's essential to expand our understanding of these ingredients and provide suggestions for adjustments to the diet for those managing CKD. Cornmeal, the main ingredient in cornbread, contains varying amounts of potassium and phosphorus, both of which need to be monitored in a CKD-friendly diet. To adjust your diet for CKD while still enjoying cornbread during the holidays, consider the following suggestions. As with all things, portion control is number one. Moderation is key. Be mindful of your serving size, as consuming smaller portions of cornbread can help limit the intake of potassium and phosphorus. Ingredient substitutions: modify the cornbread recipe to reduce the potassium and phosphorus content. Consider replacing a portion of cornmeal with whole wheat flour, as it tends to have lower levels of these minerals. Additionally, using a low phosphorus milk or milk substitute can help reduce phosphorus intake. Variety is key. Instead of solely relying on cornbread, diversify your holiday meal with other low potassium and low phosphorus options. This could include rolls made from white flour or biscuits, which typically have lower levels of these minerals. Remember, still, portion sizes and overall dietary balance is important. Phosphorus binders. If you have phosphorus binders that are prescribed by your healthcare provider, take them as directed, usually with your meal. These medications can help control phosphorus levels in the body, allowing for more flexibility in your diet while managing CKD. It's important to note that these suggestions are general guidelines and may not be suitable for everyone. Each individual's dietary needs may vary, so it is crucial to work closely with healthcare professionals, including dietitians and nephrologists, to create a personalized CKD-friendly meal plan. By being mindful of portion sizes, making ingredient substitutions, seeking professional advice, and incorporating a variety of low potassium and low phosphorus options, individuals with CKD can continue to enjoy the flavors of Southern holiday meals while prioritizing your kidney health. So let's talk about some low potassium substitutes for your holiday diet favorites. Elevated potassium levels can stress compromised kidneys and lead to dangerous complications. Substituting high potassium ingredients with low potassium alternatives helps maintain safe potassium levels, preventing hyperkalemia. This is particularly significant during holidays, when indulgence in festive foods can inadvertently spike potassium intake. By making thoughtful choices, CKD patients can enjoy holiday meals without jeopardizing their kidney health, ensuring a safer and more enjoyable celebration. Here are some holiday alternatives you can enjoy to keep up with a low potassium diet. White potatoes. For those with CKD, white potatoes are known to have a high potassium content. Similar to white potatoes, sweet potatoes have a higher potassium level than most diets can allow for with chronic kidney disease. So leaching your potatoes is key to reducing your potassium content. And I'll put a link to an article about how to leach your vegetables in the description below. Cream spinach, a light alternative to cream spinach that is a low potassium and low calcium, is like a barley, corn, and spinach salad where you reduce the amount of spinach and you add some other ingredients to make it a little less concentrated in potassium. Pumpkin pie. While your family's pumpkin pie may be creamy, delicious, and irresistible, it is also very likely high in potassium content, so eat a smaller portion. Pecan pie is best to be avoided if you're on a CKD diet. It has a lot of sugar, calcium, potassium. It's very high in all those ingredients, so if you must have some, eat a very small portion. If you can avoid it, that's recommended. Brussels sprouts. You wouldn't immediately think that Brussels sprouts contain high potassium, but in fact, some recipes do have high potassium. You kind of have to look at the ingredients. Winter squash is a simple dish during the holidays, but it's usually high in potassium content as well. An interesting and healthy take is to use spaghetti squash instead. Spaghetti squash is a perfect low sodium alternative. Pudding comes in many forms, whether it's chocolate pudding, bread pudding, or banana pudding. I have a vanilla dairy-free pudding that is low potassium, low phosphorus, that I will put a link to in the description below. So let's talk about various cooking techniques that can help reduce the potassium content in your holiday meals. Your ingredient selection plays a key role. For instance, opting for fresh fruits and vegetables lowers the potassium content typically. And if it's a high potassium food, you can leach the vegetable to try to reduce the amount overall. Another crucial method is boiling. This technique reduces potassium levels in potatoes and other root vegetables considerably by leaching it out into the water. Consider recipe modification by reducing or substituting potassium rich vegetables with the lower potassium alternatives. So, doing some of these things can help you create a healthier low potassium dish this holiday season. Let's talk about a few low potassium ingredient swaps. After exploring potassium reducing cooking techniques, let's consider some low potassium ingredient swaps. When shopping, scrutinize the labels for potassium content. It's right there at the bottom. For instance, swap bananas, which are high in potassium, with apples, which are low in potassium. Choose rice over potatoes. Making these simple changes can significantly reduce dietary potassium intake without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. Making informed decisions about ingredients and understanding their nutritional profiles, you'll be able to create delicious meals that meet dietary needs while still delighting your taste buds. Now let's talk about the good food, kidney-friendly desserts. Being on a renal diet does not mean that you should miss out on desserts. I'm a firm believer in that. It's important to know what foods you can take and what foods you should avoid in order to keep potassium intake and sodium intake in check. Kidney-friendly desserts with low potassium are essential for individuals with CKD. Some suitable options include baked apple slices sprinkled with cinnamon and a touch of honey, providing like a little natural sweetness with minimal potassium. Chia seed pudding made with almond milk and sweetened with a low potassium sweetener offers a creamy treat rich in omega-3 fatty acids. A yogurt parfait with low potassium fruit like berries combined with crushed low potassium graham crackers offers a balanced and satisfying dessert. Rice pudding prepared with low potassium rice and almond milk flavored with vanilla extract can also be a good option. These desserts prioritize flavor and health, allowing CKD patients to enjoy treats without compromising their dietary needs. Okay, some specifics. During the holidays, creating festive low sodium desserts for renal patients is essential for their well being. A delightful option is a spiced baked apple filled with a mixture of chopped nuts, cinnamons, and a touch of honey. Poached pears with a drizzle of reduced sodium caramel sauce offers a luxurious treat without compromising kidney health. A low sodium berry trifle made with layers of angel food cake, fresh berries, and a light whipped cream is a visually appealing and flavorful dessert. These thoughtfully crafted desserts enable renal patients to enjoy the holiday spirit while adhering to their renal dietary restrictions. So let's talk about some tips for cooking a kidney-friendly holiday meal. When it comes to cooking kidney-friendly holiday meals, you'll find that mastering certain techniques can greatly enhance flavor without relying on high sodium ingredients. Learning how to substitute these ingredients with healthier alternatives, your dishes won't be just delicious, but also beneficial for maintaining good kidney health. Incorporating a variety of spices and herbs in your recipes can help you enhance flavor without adding extra sodium or potassium. Engage in a spice exploration. Dive into the beautiful world of flavor enhancers such as cinnamon, cumin, or thyme. They're not just aromatic ingredients, they significantly boost the taste level of your recipes. Understanding diverse cooking methods is essential too. Roasting or grilling vegetables allows caramelization that brings out natural sweetness while reducing the need for added salts. Don't forget about umami boosters like mushrooms and tomatoes, as they add depth to dishes naturally. During the holidays, reducing sodium while maintaining flavor is crucial for health-conscious cooking. Replace table salt with herbs and spices like thyme, rosemary, and cumin to enhance taste. Utilize citrus juices, vinegar, or low sodium soy sauce for a tangy kick. Opt for fresh ingredients and limit processed foods as they often contain hidden sodium. Experiment with homemade seasoning blends using garlic, onion powder, and paprika. Incorporate naturally savory ingredients like mushrooms, onions, and garlic. When using canned goods, choose low sodium versions or rinse thoroughly. Enhance dishes with aromatic ingredients like ginger and lemongrass. By exploring these sodium substitutes and cooking techniques, you can create flavorful holiday meals without compromising health. Now, during the holidays, maintaining proper portion control like you do all the rest of the year is crucial for renal patients to enjoy that festive meal while safeguarding your health. With tempting spreads and indulgent treats, understanding how to manage portion sizes and adjust protein intake can help you prevent complications and also just from feeling kind of crummy from overeating too much salt and other foods. Renal patients should pay close attention to portion sizes and manage their nutrient intake and minimize strain on their kidneys. Focus on filling half of the plate with non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, spinach, and peppers. Limit high potassium foods such as potatoes and bananas. Use a smaller plate to visually control portions and prevent overeating. Consider using measuring tools or following portion control guidelines to avoid excess consumption of sodium and phosphorus, which can worsen your kidney condition. I haven't said much about this, but protein intake is vital for renal patients, but excessive amounts can strain the kidneys. Opt for lean protein sources like skinless poultry, fish, and plant-based options, such as beans and lentils. Consider portioning protein to match individual needs. Palm-sized portion is a general guideline, like the palm of your hand right there. Including high-quality protein in holiday meals can help maintain muscle mass without overburdening the kidneys. Be mindful of sauces and seasonings, opting for low-sodium options to prevent fluid retention and blood pressure spikes. Navigating kidney-friendly beverages during the holiday season requires careful consideration of fluid intake and ingredient choices. Renal patients must be mindful of maintaining fluid balance, as excessive consumption can strain the kidneys. Simultaneously, hidden harmful ingredients like high sodium or potassium content in certain beverages can exacerbate kidney-related complications. Awareness of fluid intake monitoring and scrutinizing beverage ingredients is essential to ensure a joyful holiday while safeguarding your kidney health. Hidden drink ingredients. So, navigating the holiday season on a renal diet requires careful attention to avoid harmful ingredients in drinks. Renal patients should be cautious about beverages high in sodium, potassium, and phosphorus. Opting for homemade drinks allows better control over your ingredients. Choosing lower sodium broths, herbal teas, and filtered water infused with citrus or herbs is advisable. Beware of hidden sources of sodium and potassium, such as in your flavored syrups and mixes. When attending a social gathering, it's important to navigate host expectations and accommodations with tact and care. You'll find that open communication about your food preferences and restrictions is not just beneficial for you, but it also helps the host in planning their menu. Providing this information ahead of time can prevent potential dietary mishaps, ensuring that everyone enjoys the event without any unnecessary stress or discomfort. Now, when attending holiday gatherings, clear communication is key to ensure your dietary needs are met. Politely inform your hosts in advance about your low sodium and low potassium requirements, providing them with specific details about what foods to avoid. Offer to bring a dish that aligns with your dietary restrictions to share with others. Express gratitude for their consideration and willingness to accommodate your needs. During the event, kindly inquire about the ingredients used in the dishes to make sure you know if they fit your diet. Be appreciative of their efforts and understanding, emphasizing your commitment to maintaining your health while still enjoying the festivities. Effective communication fosters a supportive environment and helps ensure you have enjoyable and nourishing holiday meals. Hosting holiday meals with guests on a renal diet requires thoughtful adjustments. Prioritize open communication by reaching out to guests in advance to understand their dietary restrictions. Plan a diverse menu with low sodium and low potassium options, incorporating fresh ingredients and limiting processed foods. Use herbs, spices, and citrus flavors for seasoning instead of salt. Provide clear labels for dishes, highlighting ingredients for those with dietary needs. Offer a variety of protein sources such as lean meats, poultry, and plant-based options. Have a selection of kidney-friendly desserts like fruit salads or baked goods made with low sodium and low potassium ingredients. Creating an inclusive and considerate dining experience shows your guests that you value their health and well-being during the festive season. You can enjoy the holidays without compromising your health. Making low sodium and low potassium substitutions for holiday favorites is essential for CKD patients. Prioritizing these dietary adjustments, individuals can maintain electrolyte balance, blood pressure, and overall kidney function, reducing the risk of complications. Strategies such as choosing lean proteins, utilizing spices and herbs, and opting for fresh ingredients contribute to flavorful and kidney-friendly holiday meals. Portion control and mindful fluid intake are crucial for managing kidney health during festivities. Communicating needs to hosts and accommodating guests' dietary restrictions fosters a supportive environment. While there are challenges in missing out on traditional treats, exploring alternative recipes, focusing on the positive aspects of dietary choices, And seeking support can mitigate feelings of deprivation. Ultimately, following renal dietary guidelines ensures a healthier, joyful, and more enjoyable holiday season. And I wish you all a wonderful holiday season.